What's up, guys? It's your boys from Madden.com, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite plays to quick snap people with. And it's something that's pretty important because if someone really knows what they're doing with their adjustments, I want to have a play that I can go to and just kind of screw them up and just come out of the huddle and quick snap them with it. And the routes that they already have stock are really good, so we don't have to make really many adjustments. Really just technically two, but really only one route that we have to change. So this is going to be out of Oakland gun tight doubles. I just broke down a play out of here last video. It's called like Madden 20 secret route that's underused, something of that nature. It's got Devontae Adams on the cover. So check that out if you want to combine the two plays. The one that was yesterday or a couple of days ago, whenever I posted that video, was zig under. And the play we're going to be talking about now is flood drive. So before I get into the breakdown, I want to talk about the personnel. And we're going to put someone really fast here. So Tyreek Hill, obviously, I'm using the best team. So keep that in mind, guys. This is like the high end of what you're going to be getting out of this play. So I just want to kind of preface that. It won't be the same result with literally every single player. Then we have Sammy Watkins and then Mecole Hardman here. And you just really need speed. I don't think really anything else is too important. So that's it for the personnel. If you guys want the full scheme, I have an entire formation breakdown on acemadden.com. Just head over there. And then if you want the full scheme, I break it all down. I think it's over an hour of footage breaking it down as well as gameplay. So flood drive is the play. We'll do random. And here's what I want to talk about first. So we only have to do really one change, and it's going to put X on a flat route. But we actually don't do that until we do the other adjustment. So what we're going to do is we're going to motion B out wide. Actually, one thing I need to mention, I'm sorry, I almost completely didn't explain this. We always want our tight end on the short side. So what that means is if the ball is on the right hash, you see those lines that go up the middle of the field. There's two sets of them, two sets of lines. You want to have your tight end on the same side as whatever hash the ball is on. So ball's on the right hash, tight end's on the right hash. Simple. Any questions, let me know in the comments. So once we have that out of the way, we're going to motion B out wide. And then while we're motioning him out wide, we're going to put X on a flat route. So that's the best way to do it so you can actually quick snap somebody. So like this. And then what we're going to do is if somebody blitzes you, your hot read's going to be the drag. And it's not a great play against people who like to blitz, mainly because that drag is really your only quick route. I mean, you could throw the corner route on a break, but it's just not a great play versus a heavy blitz. Like if someone's sending 6 or 7 at you, I wouldn't call it the best play, but against someone who plays coverage, it's very good. One more thing I want to explain is the running back on his delay flat route. You might think this is a garbage route, and you'd be correct, but the purpose of him staying on the delay is not for you to throw to him. The purpose is if they're in man coverage, we want the linebacker to follow him, because if he doesn't follow him, so if we just block our running back like this, he's going to turn into a spy, and what that's going to do is give us more problems when it comes to throwing our drag, and we don't want that. So we're going to leave him on his delay. Let's go ahead and motion out. We're going to look for the corner. Barely got it off, and that's what I was talking about. If people blitz you, it's going to be harder to throw against a blitz. However, if they play coverage like this, we're going to get a very easy completion. This corner route is very sharp. It's also a kind of, I wouldn't call it, it's not really a deep corner. It's pretty flat, and that's what's good about it. An outside third has a really hard time with it. It also develops very quickly, not just because it's Tyreek Hill, but because of the nature of the route. And like I said, this is the Chiefs, so yes, this is the top end of what you're going to be seeing. However, it can be ran with pretty much every single team. You just got to get the right personnel in the right spots. Basically, just have fast guys on the field. I know whenever I talk about personnel, it usually comes down to speed, but it's really what it is in this game. Like, this route is so sharp that route running doesn't even matter. Like, you could put like a complete idiot there, and he's going to get separation. Here's a good example of man coverage. So let me show you what happens here. So you see how it's man coverage and our running back immediately goes out because he doesn't have to pick anybody up. What that's going to do is instead of this guy right here just sitting between the hashes and clogging our throw for our drag, we only have to wait till right here and then we can throw him. As opposed to if we didn't, if we just blocked our running back, he might not be open until he gets past the middle of the field. So like once he gets to about here, and after he gets to about here, it's too late to throw the drag, and then you really have to throw one of the two routes, the dig or this corner route, and we just don't want that. However, I mean the spacing's very good between the corner and the dig, so we don't really have to worry too much about a user taking both away. But the corner route is your main read, but once you start throwing it a lot, your opponent's going to catch on more than likely, unless they're, not very smart. Usually high point that dig if you have a good quarterback. If you don't have a good quarterback, I wouldn't really do that. So right here, it's cover 3, so boom. Let's go ahead and get it to our corner route and possession catch. You're going to be bullet passing this every single time. Go ahead, low ball it there. Remember, motion him out and then flat route. What that's going to do is give you the quickest snap possible, because if you motion him out, if you flat route and then motion him out, it's an extra half a second because you can do it at the same time as he's moving out, basically. Just like that. I don't know what happened to my tight end there. I think he just couldn't get off the line for some reason. One thing that's going to be open way more during the game is actually going to be the dig route from the tight end. The reason I say that, so let me explain it real quick. So first of all, I don't know if it's just because Travis Kelce's going to get more separation than a normal tight end on this. I think he has an ability that it kind of gives him a little bit more separation. But the reason I say this is going to be open more in game, because we have a high-low over the middle, and the middle is typically where the user is going to be. Even high-level players kind of like to lurk and take away everything over the middle, post, crossers, sometimes drags. Those are things that users want to take away, but fact is the spacing between this drag and the dig is so good that you just can't take both away with a user. You see how there's like a good 10 yards of separation? It's going to be too hard for a user to take away both. He can maybe sit between both and make you question it a little bit, but he just can't take away both. So that's a nice thing to have. So right here, if I see this look, if I ever see like a big dime 1-4-6, I typically check out of this play. I go to a different one, one that's in my full scheme, or another formation entirely, or I'll just run quick base. Either one. I don't like to use this play against the blitz, especially somebody who's blitzing and knows what they're doing, just because there's just not enough. The drag's just not enough to be a hot read on its own. You typically need, for instance, if someone blitzes you, you're kind of gonna want something like this, because then you'll have the drag and you'll have the hitch. So like that, because they're sending pressure, you have two quick throws, the hitch and the drag. But yeah, the play just doesn't have that, so just keep that in mind. There we go. It's just a few yards, but sometimes you get more rack than that. Here comes the corner. Go ahead and rack catch that. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse with this one setup, but this really is the one setup I like. Just kind of does everything I need it to. One thing I'll say is be careful there is if you ever see that look where he gets bumped and then passes him off to the safety, that's probably match coverage. And if he gets bumped hard enough, that was just a hook. That was just a hook. but it does look like it's still match coverage. I think that was a quarter flat. He helps out the safety there, but yeah, that's match coverage. And then this guy, the inside quarter is, his responsibility is to match up on the corner, and it's basically man to man at this point, and he's gonna win that. Let's see, anything else I want to talk about? I don't think there really is. So right there's one more good example of what it might look like versus a user. First thing the user might bite down on is the drag. You just kind of have to watch. So this is almost like a 3-rec. This looks like a 3-rec who's playing the drag, and there's clearly quite a bit of room behind him. If you really are feeling nervous about the throw, you can high point it, like I said. If you have a good quarterback, he's going to be able to, put the money on that. Put it on the money, I should say. So, like, boom, just like that. Possession, catch it. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Like I said, if you want the full scheme, check out acemadden.com for the full gun tight double scheme. We also have other really good offenses on there as well, like Fancy's trips tight end. It's out of this exact same playbook, Oakland Raiders. But yeah, there's tons of good content on there. I definitely, if you guys really want to get better at the game, we have some of the smartest guys breaking down this game, and I'm not even the smartest one. Like, there's tons of, these guys are really, really talented guys who are actually making money in the MCS, and they do a really good job with the content on the site. So check that out. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.